So, welcome to Everlasting Summer. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks since last update, but yeah, I'm lazy. I'm taking this at my time, sorry. Tears were burning my eye, and bare belly. I cried up and started rolling in the grass. Why? What did I do? Why me? Why me? Whiny. But my cries were only heard by the speechless statue of pioneer and bird on tree, which immediately flipped its wings and took off, crying out something in its own bird language, as if language at that idiot who dared to interfere after dinner nap. I was left breathless from weeping and just lying quietly, sobbing occasionally. After a while I managed to pull myself together. My mind cleared up a bit, and after terror and the fear of death gave me a little break. And all if someone wanted to kill me. If someone wanted to kill me, what is all this about? It doesn't look like an experiment either. If this is just some crazy coincidence, that there's probably no threat. Anyway, for now it seemed there's no danger. The panic was soon gone. Of course, the blood was still pounding in my temple, and my hands were still shaking, but at last I could think clearly now. Right now, there's nothing I can really change anyway. I just remember that I should put my phone on mute because someone will call me and will ruin the recording. Right now there's nothing I can really change anyway. So no matter how much I think or how mad I get, it will only make things worse. Until some actual fact appears, there is really no point in making guesses. In any case, I wouldn't learn anything by longing about here. This camp. Of course it really can. Looked like the only place where people could be, so I decided to go there, and hardly had I reached the gates when a girl came out from behind them. And she's so adorable. Now I remember, I recorded this before, but there was an error, so I removed the third episode. I'm kind of guy who, if I get error in the game, I don't touch it for a week. Wearing a pioneer uniform. This is something unique about this game, by the way, because it is don't sit in Japan, and it's still like similar a little bit. Like we introduced to a culture that we don't see that much. The Soviet culture. It's like, yeah, this is different. And we have excuse why this girl is blonde. Seriously, there are no blonde girls in Japan. My logic didn't let me down this time. Then again, a pioneer uniform in the 21st century? We have no idea what you're talking about. This is something about Russia, isn't it? And then again, a girl here. I froze, unable to take a step. I felt very much like running away. Running as far away as I could from this place. Far from this bus, gate, statue, and far from this. You know that what it reminds me of? Hotel California, the song. Like, yeah, he go to sweet place and sweet girl, but it feels wrong. Just running free like a wind, fast and faster. Waving the planets passing by, winking at the galaxy. Running become ball star ray and turning into vestigial radiation, running to face the unknown. Run no matter where, as long as it is far away from this place. As you get closer, run! Meanwhile, a girl came closer and smiled. I could not help but notice her beauty, even though I was trembling with fear. Human instinction work independently of conscience, and while only 5% of the brain is representative of cognitive process, the remaining 25 are always busy sustaining life, and in particular sustaining stable function of a hormonal system. I desperately wanted to get less complicated and stop thinking in formal quotes from an encyclopedia through my thought appeared, one by one, being stupid, out of place, as if taken from an internal monologue of the hero of some junky soft-cover crime fictional book. A pretty Slavic face, long braid that looked like two armfuls of flash hay, and blue eyes you could drown in. I'm drowning in. Help me. Hi, you must have just arrived. Don't reply. This is again went back to the textbook that I talked about in the first episode, just to get it, because we will back to all this shit later. It's like, yeah. Episode 3, choice 2, we will reply. This is will not end well. Reply. Yeah? Alright then, welcome. She smiled proudly. Strange, it looked as if I had just normal gold in front of me. But I shouldn't have returned here. The wood and the field seemed better. But what should I do next? Try to speak with her as if she was a human, or run away, or what? She is a human. What is this guy talking about? The blood was pumping unbearably in my head, tearing it apart from the inside. A little by more, and the poor pioneer girl will be splattered with the gruesome content of my skull. Ew. What's so funny about that? The girl looked me over. It sent a shiver down my spine, and my knees started to tremble. Nothing? Great then. Great? What's so great about that? Suddenly thought across my mind, to hell with all, forget about the bus behind me, in fact, with the winter yesterday and summer today, I wanted to rip off my itchy sweater and just accept that all this is actually happening. Everything is as it should be. All this is for the best. Would you happen to know? You should go to our camp leader. She's tell you everything. Look, you get straight ahead to the square. Then turn left. You will see several small cabins. She pointed at the gate as if I knew what was behind them. Dimitrievich? Well, you can ask someone where Olga Dmitrievna cabin is. Dmitrievna is a Botoroniamak, a derivative of person father name. In this case, Dmitri, but by Russian after the person first name is as a sign of respect or formal address. I don't get it. Something about Russia. Got it. Of course I didn't. Me too. Well, I have got to go now. The girl waved her hand at me and disappeared through the gate. It seemed as if to her I was something ordinary. And all this show with the boss and the travel will awaken or sleeping were troubling only to me, while everything here is just the way it is supposed to be. Camp leader, pioneer uniform, what are they doing to historical reincarnation here? I hope I won't find Lenin standing atop of arm of Garden Square. But even that will not surprise me right now. After standing alone for a while, I headed into the camp. Seemed like... yeah. A mere 50 meters ahead, a small one-store house popped up on the left side. The sign near the door said, "Clubs." I was about to come closer. Oh, this is a... nice lady. When the door suddenly opened and a short girl wearing a pioneer uniform came out. Her pretty face gave me the impression of one suffering of the fate of the whole of mankind with a truly universal sorrow. As soon as she saw me, the girl froze as if frightened. I froze too, considering that was the best to do. Approach first and wait until she shows some activity. Or maybe run away after all. I thought this last option was entirely being suggested only by my self-preservation instead. At last, that's what I like to believe. Not the worst human instinct, but far from the most logical. If this instinct lay poker against detective ability, the outcome will be predetermined. And those detective ability, or at last their semblance, were hitting to me that there was no need to be afraid of this girl. Oh, look, the communist girl, CCCB. Or maybe she bought the code back for watching anime. Suddenly, somebody jumped out of nearby bushes. A girl wearing a bright red t-shirt with USSR written on it. This is USSR? This is CCCB. Such a perfect reduction of the age. She looked quite short for distance and was probably younger than both pioneer girls, the one that gazed and the girl at the door of the clubs. At last I decided to come closer, but the USSR, as I called her in my mind, jumped toward the first girl and started telling her something wildly waving her arm. The other girls in turn seemed confused and lowered her gaze, remained silent. I would have probably continued to observe their amusing dialogue, but the USSR suddenly pulled something out of her pocket and started waving it in front of the first girl's face. Okay, I didn't expect that. This is mean. This something turned out to be grasshopper. Ew! The first girl squealed. She must not be too keen to instinct, as she instantly rushed off toward the place where Lenin permanently made his speech about the worker and present revolution. That is to say, toward the square. The USSR glanced at me, grinned playfully, and dashed after her. Not a bad start to the day. I have absolutely no clue where I am. Besides that, there are some kids here replaying as pioneers. And as far as I can tell, this place is located thousands of kilometers away from my home. It might even be a different reality. Wow. This is not my first option, but yeah, okay. And that was indeed reality. I mean, everything around me seemed so real, if a little embellished, that I was starting to think that, in fact, my previous life could have just a dream. And what I am supposed to do now? I was picking at a cracked paving stone with my shoe and starting aimlessly at the club's building. Just a few more seconds before I have to come up with some decision. That when I realize myself rolling on the grass weeping, I cringe in disgust. Perhaps it's another instinct when all energy for whimpering and self-profit is used up. The body either go into hibernate or mobilize its reserving. Might seem to have chosen this second option because out of the blue I found the determination of figuring out what was going on. And in order to do that, I had to act like a man, like a human, to maintain the dignity of representative of my own world. I followed the path to the left, on the right side of which stood a small cabin. I reached the homes of the local pioneer. Actually, they looked quite cozy from the outside. I think he go to the best. This is like my theory so far. It sounds like they in the best, but who knows? Even though I was born in the Soviet Union, I had never been part of the children organization, neither the pioneer nor even the younger October children. I imagine the daily life of typical pioneer camp a bit differently: huge brisker with long row of meat bunks, wake up call at 6 o'clock, playing by siren, 1 minute to make you bed, then join the formation at the drill square. Or wait, could I be confusing it with something else? Yeah? Suddenly something struck my back. I struggled but remained on my feet, turned around and fight heroically for my life. Oh, whoa, bear! What are you doing to the clothes? What all found is another girl standing before me. My mouth huge open and surprised. If you show up off the ground, you're the one with me. I closed my mouth. The same pioneer uniform, but the way she was wearing looked, let's say, provocative. Like all the girls had met her before, this one was rather cute, but her overly arrogant expression killed any desire to get to know her better. New here, are you? Fine. See ya. She threw a threatening glance at me and winked past. I was thinking will be like a deep horror story or like Steingate, but I think this is harem. I think from the opening we can guess it's harem, but yeah, I was hoping for Steingate. I heard a good thing about this game. She threw a threatening glance at me and walked past. I waited for the pioneer girl to turn at the corner. Who knows what else she might have been up to. The most interesting thing was that even this hostile girl seemed completely normal to me. She did not give off the feeling of some deadly danger. Except maybe the danger of getting punched in the nose. Oh, this is Lennon? At last I managed to make it to the square. There was no linen on the armored car, and so one could easily expect something like that after all this had happened. Instead, however, I mount to certain comrade toward the middle of the square. The letter of a pedestal read Jinda. Must be some big figure in the party. There were some small birch at the side. It's quite pleasant here. Where did that girl tell me to go? To the left or the right? To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. And why I'm going there anyway? Oh, right. We decided to prepare to be normal. So, to the right, through a small grove. I came out at a bear. I must have been taking the wrong turn. Hey, wrong way. I think there was a voice. Whoa! 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 Okay, wait a minute. Now that I did to take a left of the square, wasn't it? Okay, this is the screenshot of this episode. Oh yeah, look at this. Someone worked so hard on this image. It's perfect. Very perfect. Let's remove this. Now it's very perfect. Very, very perfect. Oh yeah, yum yum. Oh yeah, yum yum. Ah. Okay. Now, what did I tell you? Take left at the square, wasn't it? She had changed from her pioneer uniform into a bikini. A nice bikini too. I love the design, by the way. Oh, I still haven't introduced myself. My name is Salvia. Hi, Salvia. Actually, my full name is Salviana, but everyone call me Salvia because it's easier. So you can too, Salvia. Semyon. Oh, yeah. Still felt a bit confused, so I could not come up with more meaningful answers. And what's your name? It felt like she could see right through me. Oh yeah, Semyon. Nice to meet you, Semyon. Oh yeah, nice to meet you too. That way we play these games. For these little things. Alright, I'm almost done here. Could you wait here a minute? I'm going to change and we'll go to Olga Diterviana together. Agree? Agree? After that exchange, she ran off. I sat on the bear and left my feet hang on the water. I was wearing heavily winter boots, but in such a weather there was nothing wrong with getting my feet wet. Furthermore, it let cool me down myself. Look at the river. I was brainstorming and processing everything that has happened. If this is some kind of conspiracy, it is a weird one, even too friendly at times. No, it really looked more like random events. Some entirely, completely random events. Shall we go? Sylvia was a stunting designer dressed in pioneer uniform. Okay, you know what? I end the episode here because it's 24 minutes like I said. And see you next episode. Goodbye.